coming at me from a lot of different directions, including legally saying, Marcellus, take another look at what you went through. And I'm trying to take that look right now. Lawyers are reaching out to me because when they saw me get surprised by the allegations, especially the one about Charlie Dixon, they said that is actionable.
What is up, world? Welcome back. Charge the Game podcast, man. And Jason Whitlock's podcast, Fearless, has been on fire, and he is reunited with his once co-host Marcelus Wiley on the whole sex scandal at Fox Sports, and he unleashes the truth that leads to him saying that he is going to sue because he lost his job due to Joy Taylor and Emanuel Achos plotting against him and putting him out of commission. Make sure you guys get in here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up, like the video. Let's go.
I think it's really crystallizing for me some of the machinery that was at play, some of the moves, the mechanisms, because I just thought it was like in football, like in sports. You know, you lose an opportunity. Hey, the younger running back that's cheaper is going to be the guy that probably takes your job. He's a quarter of the payment and half as good as you, you know, something like that. So I never looked at Achos in a negative light. This lawsuit brought a lot of things home for me that I never thought of. So for you, the thing you didn't know was that Achos and Joy were plotting for our show. I did know that. What I didn't know, allegedly, was the fact that Charlie Dixon was involved with Joy Taylor romantically.
Now, guys, if you ever watch Speak for Yourself, this show started off with Jason Whitlock, Marcelus Wiley. It's actually when I became a fan of Jason Whitlock, because I actually hated Jason Whitlock at first. Very much disliked him, right? But him and Marcelus Wiley were a duo that I just liked. And I also liked the rotating panel that they had with Rick Bucher, TJ Hushman Yada, however you say it. They had Mark Slurf, Steven Jackson, and Matt Barnes. They just had people on there that was more real and solid to me. And it was something about the show that I liked. And I found it pretty weird during the pandemic when they were replaced by Emanuel Achos, right? He later joined the show, and Joy Taylor. I'm not a fan of Emanuel Achos nor Joy Taylor. I think that Emanuel Achos is a person with no talent, but he has a voice and uses big words that'll make you be like, all right, well, I guess if you like it, I like it, right? But something about Emanuel Achos I've always thought was fraudulent. And now that Marcelus Wiley, right, has a chance to, you know, look at the lawsuit and look at the time frame, because what Nasheen, the hairstylist, is able to do is pinpoint the time and dates of Joy Taylor and Emanuel Achos literally plotting. And obviously Joy Taylor was having sexual relations with Charlie Dixon and Emanuel Achos allegedly, which is crazy to me. You're a professional woman making millions of dollars and you're out here giving the box up like you're a $2 college, you know what? Jesus. Anyway, that was done very, very wrongly on Marcelus Wiley's part, because I thought that Marcelus Wiley was a decent host and I liked his content. And for him to be wrongly done is what he's speaking to. So let's keep going.
If I had known that then it would have made sense of all of not only the movements, but the power that came from those movements. Because it's one thing to go to lunch with somebody and say, I want my own show. Yeah, I'm sure that happens every single day for somebody out there in talent. But to actually make it come to fruition, that takes a different level of pull. So I've always known that Achos and Joy Taylor allegedly, in rumor mill, were romantically involved. I also know from two different talents at Fox that are still currently there that, hey, Marcellus, look out. They plotting on you, big dog, because everybody there I have a good relationship with. We all on different schedules, so I always knew for 2 years, and it really put our relationship, Achos and I's relationship, in a weird place, because for 2 years I knew what he was trying to do, but I had the football mentality and spirit of, if you take it from me, it wasn't mine in the first place.
Look at this simp. Look at this simp. Just as fake as all get out, man. I can't stand this dude, man. And God don't like ugly, man. Best believe if there's any truth in this lawsuit, it will not go away. Even if they try to pay under the table, You're paying under the table because it's the truth. So if it's the truth, guess what? Being greedy and being a horn dog is going to cost Fox Network far more money than what they're compensating Joy Taylor and Emanuel Acho. You see how karma comes around on it. What comes up must come down. And guess what, man? Like I said, man, God don't make no mistakes here. He don't like ugly. What's done in the dark always comes to the light, man. It don't matter how far you go, how long it may take. Justice will be served. And I'm rooting for Marcelus, Wiley, and Jason Whitlock.
So then when it occurred, I ain't think twice about it. They gave me other opportunities. They gave me things that they knew I would deny. You know how it goes. They give you offers that they know you won't accept. And that's their way of covering themselves in terms of, hey, well, we tried, but you didn't really try because you knew you didn't give me something competent. You didn't give me something that was of my ilk. They didn't give you an opportunity to take advantage of our show that was growing at the greatest rate of all the shows at FS1.
And that's how you know it's a lot of truth in this, because how do you get your way, Joy Taylor, Emanuel Acho? How do you get your way when the show itself is producing numbers out of all the other shows, the highest numbers, most viewership? I'm sure there were days where they spiked, or Undisputed or Colin Coward may have spiked more than them, but based off what Jason Whitlock said yesterday in his video, it's in alliance with Marcelus Wiley, because they both said that they don't understand how they were hitting these numbers, and it's like it was already pre-planned. Well, that is what happens when you have a woman with seductive looks, beautiful skin, and obviously big breasts. The devil wears Prada. It's the devil in disguise, man. It'll get you every single time. No matter how strong of a man you are, if you let your guard down, the devil's going to come in, man. And I'm not saying that she's obviously like the devil, it's metaphorically speaking. But, man, it's just crazy to me how men can be so weak to put another man who has to feed his family out of commission. That's whack to me. And I do not respect Emanuel Acho, not one iota, not one bit. Hey, man, everybody gets their due. We just got to be patient.
When I read that lawsuit, I'm like you, I read all 42 pages. I sat there and said, if Charlie Dixon is a part of this, then this is a whole different animal than it was before. And it's crazy enough, man. I did my show yesterday. 2 different people have reached out to me, not just in rumor mill, they say. They're like, nah, that is fact. And I'm like, is it fact? How do you know? And they keep telling me, like, trust me, I know. And that brings us all into a different light, Jason, just to be real with you. You know, both of us, your show is called Fearless, but we roll the same way. It's really disturbing to see that if that is true, that this is how this all went down.
And I hope his lawyer, man, hey, man, I know there are so many lawyers about to be calling this man, probably calling Jason Whitlock, calling all of them, man, because this, the same way that the hairstylist has a case, this is most definitely a case. And Marcelus Wiley is being very smart. He's starting his paper trail here, which he's already started on his own podcast. But Jason Whitlock is throwing the alley-oop to him. And he's going to put this out there because guess what? The more that they talk about this, the more lawyers and legal teams are going to want a chop at this because, hey, they're like, hey, bro, this is a layup. Like, you were wrongly done. They're going to be compensated. You're going to be compensated. And guess what, man? Fox Sports is about to be out of a lot of money. So I think ideally it's just best for Fox Sports to just start cutting bait. I think the same thing at ESPN as well. What's happened is the identity of sports anchoring and sports analysts, it's all changed. It's all drama. You see Stephen A. Smith in the news going at it with colleagues. You see obviously a sex scandal at Fox Sports. These people are making millions and all this top-ranked money. And everybody's acting fucking immature.
As it relates to you, I could see someone saying, hey, Marcelus, this is actionable on your part, that you were harmed here. As it relates to you, I don't know if they could make that argument that you were treated fairly and didn't have your opportunity undermined.
From my position, because it's 24 hours since I truly digested this. And people have reached out. Let me just be real about that. People are coming at me from a lot of different directions, including legally saying, Marcellus, take another look at what you went through. And I'm trying to take that look right now because I know of the influences that were around me. I know what they offered me. And when I say offer, I'm being loose with this because as you look back on it, you start to realize the first thing they said to me is, we're not doing that show again, and we're not doing it with you. So now we want to do something with you. What can that be? But that right there in itself became a tornado of nothing. Like we just went around in a bunch of circles to the point where I said, you know what, it's time for me to bet on myself because it feels like I'm getting a runaround here. Lawyers are reaching out to me because when they saw me get surprised by the allegations, especially the one about Charlie Dixon, they said that is actionable. And now I'm trying to make sure that everything that I went through and everything that I read in that article is actually true. Because the last thing I want to do, look, I've been 2 years removed from it. I didn't try to burn down Emanuel knowing that he was plotting. Joy Taylor, I still see her all the time. I wasn't trying to burn her down, even though I knew she was plotting.
There you guys have it, man. I hope that Marcellus Wiley really gets to the bottom of this, man. I always liked this dude, man. And even now, he's still trying to take the high road and say, like, I don't want to make any false moves without doing my due diligence, my research. But that's what the lawyers are for, brother. Hey, if Nasheen is about to get paid, which I'm sure is going to exceed the $1.5 million that Skip Bayless allegedly, offered her, I think that is only fair for you, Marcellus, the way that you were pushed out, for you to go and do your thing too. I mean, no way, no how. Get your money, man. What do you guys think about Marcellus Wiley's take? Legal teams and lawyers are reaching out to him. Is he deserving of a payday? Should he make a move? Yes, no. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.